Welcome to next section of our video. So in this section I'll tell you the project setup for the quiz app. Before that I want to tell you something like we should always understand some terms before we start actual coding. So whenever you are developing any app, you should, before writing any code, we should start writing any code. Let's take a few minutes to talk about how we want our app to work. So this is not only for this app which I am doing, but in future also, whenever you develop any app, you should take few minutes to talk about how you want your app to work. This will give you an understanding, a workflow and a structure in your mind, like how your app will be developed, what all files will be required for the development of those apps, and it will give you a better understanding rather than just jumping into the code. So anytime you are going to create any new app, we should always take some time to think about the features, which are like what all features will be available for your app and we want to include, and how we might design them as a cohesive apps. So we should not directly jump into the code, rather we should fully understand the journey and we are about to embark on. So that's the normal way of doing any coding. We should not directly jump into the code. We should understand first the proper flow of the app, what all features I want to include in my app, and then I should design those things in my mind or on a pen or a paper. Then I should start my coding, so your coding becomes much more easier. So we should understand all the terms and don't miss anything obvious which will make our job more complex, because if you directly go and jump into the code, it will make your job more complex. You'll not be able to understand why are we writing this class file, so it will be a kind of mess for you. So better you understand the proper workflow, what you want to do, and then you start jumping into the code. So same for our quiz app as well. I'll first tell you that what exactly we are going to do and why we need this files. So basically, as I told you, our quiz app will be a simple app which will pop up some answers on click of the button, and it will give you some answers, random answers. So it will be basically, I'll click on fruits name, as we have seen. This will be this is like click on fruits name and some fruits name will pop up. So basically for this app, as you can see from this screen, I'll need a main file, that is a main activity class file, because as you know, whenever we create an Android app, by default one activity class is created, that is the main activity class, which will hold your main activity and that will correspond to the screen layout. So this complete screen layout comes out from your main activity class. And then next you need answers. You need to hold your answers in some other class, because it will pop up some answers, because on click of this button some answers will pop up. So you need a class for holding these answers. So we will create another class for holding these answers. So there will be another, so that will be your my answers activity class. And then you need a layout, how your app will look like. So you need to create one layout file. So basically, if I break down my class files, layout files, what are required, I need 3 project files for developing our app. So that will be your first is your 2 class files I need. One is your main activity.java file, which will basically hold your main activity class, your my answers.java file that will hold all the answers which will be displayed on click of the button, and next your layout file, that will be your activity main.xml file. So it will have the complete layout of your app and how you want your app to look like. So this is how it will be developed. So let's see, and so for that I'll just show you in Android Studio as well, like these are the basic files which has been developed and how it looks like. So as you can see, this is my app, and so here I'll have my 2 files, main activity and my answer activity, and next is your layout, so activity main.xml. So these are the 3 main files which we need for creation of our app. So as you know that Android is a collection of software component which runs on mobile devices. So in this section showing application creation, like the application name, project name, package name, so all this I think we have already covered in our previous section, so I'll not just repeat those again. So how you can create a new project, new package, we'll just jump into the code and we'll see how we can write the code files for this app. So thank you, and let's see you in the next section.